Happy Thursday, young argumentation scholars. This is Dr. Klein providing audio evidence for why I had no business having office hours or my class today. Apologies for the cancellations, but I'd like to thank my son Zachary for this cold. He is a giving and sharing sort of kid, and so that's what he's done, and so I'm thankful for that. Excuse me. But I wanted to record this message rather than just send you guys an email because, I need to clarify just a thing or two about how we're going to be rescheduling the work for today's class, and B, because the proposition assignments have been graded, and I've submitted that feedback through Blackboard last night. I wanted to announce a revision opportunity and wanted to address it with some explanation rather than just doing it by an impersonal email. So first things first, we are going to do on Tuesday what we were going to do today. So there is a mock quiz opportunity for the review reading on Toolman that was assigned for today, so be prepared for that possibility. And we're going to focus primarily on the Trump refutation activity that I announced last time, the activity and the YouTube video that's connected to it. Those are available on the week 6 lesson summary stuff on Blackboard. So taking some extra time to think about that before we work it in class actually might not be a bad idea. So take a little extra time with that. And I want to make sure that we don't give short shrift either to figuring out how to construct refutation arguments or figuring out how to fully diagram those using the Toolman model. So I'm going to do some syllabus revision for what's going to happen next week and in a couple of days that follow. So check your email regularly, and the updates will be distributed as soon as possible. But I want to make sure you guys are getting that stuff right, so I'm not going to rush or cancel anything in terms of that content. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is that as you may discover as you look at the feedback and the grades overall on the proposition assignments, it looks like you guys have a pretty good sense of topics that might formulate sensible and worthwhile debates. However, there were some difficulties by and large in applying the specific criteria for arguable propositions, and in a number of cases, some confusion regarding distinguishing between the different kinds of propositions. The other thing that came up pretty universally, except for just in a couple of instances, is that the justification arguments for your offered debate propositions by and large made claims about factual conditions or public opinions about them, or the relevance to the college student generation that really wasn't backed up by specific evidence to ground your assertions. And as we've been talking about since the first day of class, effective arguments are not just claims, but they're grounded in evidence. And there's a core element of this assignment was to construct a compelling argument. So in many cases, the grade and the feedback that you got on the assignments is not necessarily what you'd be most comfortable with, but that's okay, because just like in the case of the balloon debates, one of the things we're doing with these assignments is developing a sense of critical analytical skills for evaluating statements and constructing arguments. Because this is a process where learning how to develop these kinds of arguments takes time and it takes revision, my expectation is not necessarily that you guys would have nailed this assignment on the first go-round. So don't sweat the grade at this point. What I'm offering is a revision opportunity. So it's not going to be exactly like the balloon debate. It's not a complete do-over. But what your group can do is revise your proposition and justifications assignment assignment based on the feedback that I've provided. I'll grade it again, and then your final score for the assignment will be the average between those two grades. Since we've advanced in our understanding of argument and applying criteria since earlier in the course, this is probably a more meaningful and appropriate way to assign a new grade for it. But every group has got an opportunity to get a higher score, and more importantly, a more effective understanding of how to apply criteria to evaluate propositions and how to construct sound and compelling arguments using evidence. So if you've got questions or concerns about that assignment or the grade that your individual team was assessed, or how to go about the revision, please don't hesitate to contact me this week or next, and we can discuss it. But okay, so in a nutshell, and thankfully done just by audio, behind this far more attractive wallpaper, because let's face it, on this side of the recording, it's pretty gross. So remember, we're going to be changing things up for our schedule next week, so take today's plan and transpose it onto Thursday and watch for future syllabus revisions. And then make sure, if you were the one that got the grade and feedback for your team's proposition assignment, share that grade and feedback with the rest of your team members, and then you can start proceeding whenever you like on a revision of that assignment. And again, ask me questions if you've got any. Have a good long weekend. Sorry I needed to cancel class today, but as it turns out, this will give you some more opportunity to work on this stuff that's really important. So let me know if you've got questions. Otherwise, I'll see you next week.